TheWhollySee. Right, that's for you. Okay, I'll ask you to stand just here. We have your presentation ready. Okay, take it away.
Okay, very good afternoon. It is afternoon now. I'm Dan Yanson, and I present to you TheWhollySee. We're a small startup in the north of Israel, and our mission is to make cases like this a singularity of the past. Never again should we hear cars killing people, robocars killing people. And why? It's interesting to see why this Uber vehicle, almost a year ago, failed to stop for that lady. It's not because it didn't detect it, but because it failed to classify her as a pedestrian. The deep neural networks that were responsible for the perception of on the Uber vehicle had not received sufficient training, failing to recognize that lady as a pedestrian. In the language of computer vision, this is known as instance level object detection. And here you see the output of a deep neural network that correctly identified vehicles in that image with an accuracy of about 96-97%, but really need to be very close to 100%. But the catch is every additional fraction of a percent takes you 10 times more effort than the one before. But worse yet, there is that van in the corner that went completely undetected. It's a 0% detection, if you like. And that could have been that lady in the previous slide. This is a classic edge case, because there's a picture of another car in the back of that van, and apparently this neural network had not seen training examples that included such instances. So that's why we come into the picture. We provide data sets that cover a lot of diverse edge cases, as well as include objects that are currently underrepresented in our customer data. And we do so through our patented technology, which we call augmentation, which basically allows us to take raw footage on location, like the one at the top, and infuse it with objects that we keep in our own data set and generate a lot of variety. So if we add this result to our data set, and then we can go back to the same background and perform augmentation all over again, picking out different objects, different configurations, and therefore we can augment not just the size, but also the quality and the richness of the resulting data. Here you see examples of typical street imagery which have been infused with objects. And basically we can turn empty roads into virtual traffic jams, accelerating the training process and shaving off years in development time for autonomous operations. In terms of other people doing the same stuff, you have the hand labeling approach, which requires preparation of data sets by hand or by outsourcing. And then you have the simulation community that are building simulations. And our approach is completely orthogonal to the two, in that we provide an automatic generation of training data using real-world data, not simulated ones. In terms of monetization, there are at least 2 revenue streams. We'll have a pilot with a German OEM to build custom data sets. Then there is a subscription model and a certification model as well. So we work with a German OEM, and there are 4 of us. Thank you very much.
And that's where we stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for TheWhollySee. Happy?
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Right, let's hear from our jury members again about what they've just heard.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. I mean, you're definitely part of building the future, so that's pretty cool. I'd be very interested in what enables you to work in this field, because it's I don't think many people are able to build such technology. So, what's the team background?
Well, if I just go back a slide, yeah. So we have a diverse team. It's actually a very multidisciplinary project. My background is in photonics and physics and imaging. Then my partner Avram, a co-founder, is expert in video and video processing. Then we have a third team member who is expert in computer vision. So it combines several disciplines, all in the context of automotive and autonomous driving.
As far as I know, the big companies working on autonomous driving, they go on the street, but they also run simulations.
Correct.
Even animated or video game like this simulations.
Correct.
How do simulations differ from your approach, which I felt was image based only? Is that correct?
Correct. So these are the simulators at the bottom quadrant there, and it works very well, but it uses a finite library of 3D models They also need to build proxy worlds which they populate with agents that can move and interact with each other. And that's where most of the effort goes into, to actually digitize a replica of the real world. We don't have that problem. We start with ready backgrounds that will capture it on location, which we only augment with our objects that have been captured from several sources of data and contain a lot more variety and diversity than the simulators can only hope for.
We've got 14 seconds on the clock. One last question. Anything at all? Actually, I'll give you 7 seconds to say something.
Well, thank you very much. Well, 2 months ago we won $100,000 from NVIDIA.
Right,
So.
Fantastic. Right, ladies and gentlemen, hands together for TheWhollySee. Well done. I'll take that.
Thank you.
And ask you to move on. Step, no, you can jump if you want. There's bean bags. However, the stairs probably better. There we go. Right.